And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week? Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, and giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Chris Middleton.
And it's not the kind of trend he wanted to see, but that's what happens over the course of almost any career. Coaches around the league have learned all your tendencies, and let's face it, playing for as long as he has takes a toll on the body.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. And for Dallas, Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. The flag is out there with Max Christie, and it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. And his teams run through the finish line of the season, Grant. There must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if your playoffs bound? The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And Carroll passes to Suggs. Here's Bain. Carter, a screen on Christie. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Bain. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in missed threes.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Now here's Suggs. Banchero outside. And the 3 off target. And Dallas with possession. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. The talented Paolo Banchero came up early in the conversation, and he told me Paolo is basically a 6'10" point forward. That presents matchup issues. We'll have to put our best wing defender on him, and even he will need some help. Banchero has incredible skills for his size. That is what makes him so good. Back over to you, Brian.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And so it's Dallas with it. Orlando making their last shot. Here's Flag over Suggs. And too long on the shot. Throws it up high. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, because Carter Jr. is so dynamic athletically, his teammates have a lot of confidence in him finishing the alley-oop.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Gafford. Now Washington. 3-pointer. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
That's their 4th attempt from the floor with nothing to show for it.
Here's Banchero. Oh, it makes it with the kiss. Banchero's got his 2nd basket on the night.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. This is how the West looks with just 3 games left until the playoffs begin. You look at the Mavericks, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft.
Well, right now for the Mavericks, they realize they have 1 month to go here, and as a team currently in the middle of the pack, there's a huge opportunity to gain separation. So I think they're up for the challenge.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Washington passes to Christie. And here's Gafford. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Marshall. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. All right, Clark, let me ask you this. What can other big men learn from Wendell Carter Jr.?
I like his steadiness. He's shown a maturity since he's been in the league. He doesn't seem to get too high or low emotionally. You need fire and competitiveness and physicality to play down low, but you still have to control yourself, and I think he does a good job of that.
Now here's Christie. Really struggled in the loss against Milwaukee. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Banchero's got 7 points.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Banchero against Washington. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flagg to the USA Select Team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he maybe looked really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
First one falls for him. Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A., Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
He does not get the second one. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10" wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Christie with the ball. He's averaging more than 12 a game. Consistent threat on offense. Pass to Flagg. Over Suggs. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Here's Bain. The Mavs get their last shot to go. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Max Christie picks one up.
And not many guards are built like Bain. He's excellent shooting it from deep, but also has the ability to defend at a high level.
2.
Free throw drops for Bain. And the Mavericks are in the planning stages for a new arena set to open by 2031.
Yeah, their existing arena opened in 2001. A 30-year run for an NBA venue is pretty typical. And remember, it's big business. New arenas are often the anchor tenant for larger developments.
And Bain drops them both. In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bain is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bain is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Also, they're in the top half of the league in points off turnovers. Quick to get the ball up court when an opposing player coughs it up.
And this is a team that can really run the floor. Looking at those fast break numbers, they're in the top 10 in the league for finding quick points. Orlando on D. Pass to Marshall. Washington right side. Here's Christie. On target from range. Christie's got 6.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
The 3 from Bain. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Christie. He's got 6. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. The rebound by Carter.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Banchero with a bucket on the assist by Wagner. And it's 9 points for Paolo Banchero. And the Mavericks with possession here. Trailing by 8. Pass to Gafford. Marshall outside. Washington a screen on Wagner. Marshall. Three-pointer, no good. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. And Carroll, no good. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, Jalen Suggs is a tone setter for this Magic team, putting his body on the line with his constant activity. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, he wears his emotion and his heart on his sleeve. He's pure. There's so much love there. That's why this group is the way it is, because of how he is. Back to you guys.
He's a culture setter. Allie, we appreciate the report. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Magic. Outside Christie. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
In for Suggs. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for Max Christie.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
Wagner up top. Pass to Bain. Carter, a screen on Christie. The three from Bain. Knocks down the long J. Bain's got 5 now.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now here's Washington. Still no points. And it's flag missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Back to Wagner. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And it's Washington missing.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Outside Bain. Pass to De Silva. Outside Carter. 5 on the clock. They set a pick. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Marshall. Mavericks trail by 13. Gafford with a screen on Carter. And the dunk by Gafford.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And here's Carter. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Pass to De Silva. Bain against Christie. Now here's Bain. He's closely guarded. And the layup is good off the glass.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Washington, a screen on Wagner. Marshall passes to Christie. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Oh, he picked him clean. Outside Bain. Now Carter. Still without a bucket. Wagner inside. Marshall's there. On the wing, Bain. Defended by Christie. And the basket by Bain.
And a nice job staying calm under pressure. Bain doesn't get rattled when the shot clock is running low.
Pass to Flag. From downtown. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And again, Desmond Bain. Bain's got 11.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
Christie with a screen on Carter. Pass to Washington. Outside Christie. Stolen by Bain. To the middle. Here's De Silva. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Now Christie. Here's Flag. Here's Marshall. Drops in the 3.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Carter finds Bain. There's a screen for 3. Rebounded by Marshall. Marshall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Flag. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, hopefully that settles him down after starting the game 0 for 6.
Now here's Bain. He's got 11. With 1 on the clock. And the shot goes. He's got 13.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with the detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's the Magic leading by 14. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Boy, a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
They've got Chris Middleton. He's out there with Klay Thompson. Marvin Bagley is out there with Williams. And it's Nembhard in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Here's Carter. The Mavs get their last shot to go. Pass to Ben Carroll. Outside Carter. 5 to shoot. Wagner with a screen. And it's Carter with the three. Carter's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry. It's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence that can also stretch the floor from deep.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Orlando with the ball. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. Thompson outside. And with 3 games remaining in the regular season, here's how the East stacks up. You look at the Magic, when it comes to playoff seedings, they're in a dubious position right now. 9th place in the conference.
And looking at Orlando, their season's in danger of slipping away. But still, it's not too late. With a strong push here over the last few games, they could earn a play-in spot.
Orlando making a switch here. Suggs is checked in. And the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The 4th spot held by the Mavericks.
Let's see if they'll be able to keep scoring at this rate throughout this season. Over the last 10 games, their ability to score in transition has been special.
Now here's Nembhard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Williams on the wing. Here's Middleton. Orlando with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
And I'll tell you what a surprising result. Losing to an underdog is one thing, but getting blown out is quite another.
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
Williams, and he drops it in from the low post.
And Middleton just does a little bit of everything out there. A perfect team player.
Carroll goes strong down low.
It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Thompson outside. Sinks the tray. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
The blend of confidence and skill, beautiful to see. Thompson knew all he needed was the ball in his hands.
And Carroll in the post. Middleton covering, and the shot's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And here are the Mavericks now. A 12-point game. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Ben Carroll is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays fully.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First in free throw percentage, and their defensive marks steal-wise weren't very impressive. Just top 20 in the league. It's an area they will need to improve upon if they want to be taken seriously at this end.
And you got to avoid fouling this team. It's really that simple. They are the top team in the league in terms of free throw percentage because they don't want to waste any chances to cash in from the line. Free throw good.
And just a skosh under 7 feet. Mo Wagner does all the things you'd expect him to do well. He can be dominant in the paint as a scorer and on the board.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Washington's checked in for Middleton. Flack comes in for Thompson. And Christie subbed in for Williams. So he gets them both.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Pass to Washington. Bagley, a screen on Banchero. To the inside. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Suggs. No made baskets yet. And left off by Wagner.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
Mavericks trail by 14. Nembhard, the pass to Bagley. Nembhard outside. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. And it's flag missing.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
The three from Suggs. The shot no good. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Here's Flag outside. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got 5 rebounds in the game. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Flag. Looking to get back on track. That shot is off.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
De Silva with the bucket.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Mavericks trail by 18. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Flag. De Silva with a rebound.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Banchero finds Suggs. To the paint. From 9 feet. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Wagner's got 6 points.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Bagley, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by Dallas.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Nembhard. No points yet. Pass to Flag. They need this. It's rebounded by Banchero.
He's hit a rough patch for sure this period. They need more from him.
Wagner for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Banchero.
Timeout.
Banchero's got 4 assists now tonight. So Jason Kidd's decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. It's Marshall in for Nimhart. Then for Orlando, Bataze's checked in for Banchero. And it's Bain in for De Silva. Here's Flagg. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
His defensive intensity made a huge difference. Just look at the 3 steals.
Here's Flagg. Clock at 6. There's the screen by Marshall to stop the drought. Orlando with the rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Christie. He's got 6. Gafford with the ball. Guarded now by Bataze. Here's Christie. Off target with the 3.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Now here's Bataze. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Washington passes to Christie. Back to Washington. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Marshall can't hit. Orlando has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Now here's Marshall, defended by Wagner. Pass to Gafford. Here's Flagg. He's covered by Suggs. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? And he sinks the layup. Flagg's got 5.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. This is the 4th and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks, Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Back to you, Ryan.
He's seen it all. Allie, appreciate the report.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The 3 from Suggs. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Flagg. He's covered by Suggs. Pass to Washington. Drops in the layup for 2. Washington's got his first 2 points of the night.
Clever dribble move by Washington. Threw off the defender there.
Orlando calls timeout. In for Bataze, and Paolo Banchero subbed in for Wagner. it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. That'll wrap up this short two-game road trip.
Well, Bane will just about live on the arc if you let him. He's got a pretty consistent stroke.
Christie with the ball. He's picked up by Bane. And here's Flag outside. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got rebound number 7 tonight.
Can't get anything to go this period. Seems like he's hit a wall.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Washington.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's Suggs. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Banchero surveys. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got 5 rebounds in the game. And for Dallas, they're shooting 35% so far in this one. Marshall passes to Gafford. Back to Marshall. Inside. And stolen by Suggs. To the paint. Here's Carter. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. DJ Washington picks one up, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One shot.
And that one falls for Carter.
You know, when we talk about the modern big, Carter Jr. is a great example of it. He can shoot, he boards it, he's got good size, and a pretty diverse skill set.
Here's Flag. 5 points in the game. And Washington powers it through.
Hey, you know, what he lacks inside, he makes up for with his vertical.
Here's Bane. He's got 16. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Second personal foul.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
Desmond Baines. 2 shots.
2.
And he drops the first. And Bane drops them both. And so it's Orlando with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Jamal Mosley. Coach, how would you characterize the play from Paolo Banchero in the first half?
Willing to make the simple play, the simple pass, not trying to do too much, getting it out in transition. You got to continue to rebound the basketball so he can push up the break and make those quick, easy decisions in transition.
Easier said than done, I know. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And, folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot. Hey, give it up for our contestant.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Taking a look here at Orlando, they're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
And let's turn to the game we've been watching. It was a fantastic first half for Paolo Banchero.
I really like what Paolo Banchero was showing us in the first half, making most of his shots, his length, his size, his ability to get in the interior, man. He's affected the game in a lot of ways.
He's really cooking out there. Hopefully he saves something for the second half as well. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Desmond Bane.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. So for Orlando right now, on the wing, it'll be Bane and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the point. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, I love all the elements Bane has added to his game. He can carry your offense on certain nights.
Pass to Flag. Washington, a screen on Suggs. And Washington with the basket on the assist by Flag. Flag's got 4 assists in the game. So it's Orlando now. Outside Bane. From deep, Banchero. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Washington. Pass to Gafford. Here's Flag. Shot clock at 6. Hits a three-pointer. Flag's got 8 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Wagner. Orlando moving the ball around. Picked by Carter. From deep, Bane. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Washington's got 6 rebounds in the game. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Flag. Give him 8. 4-3. The rebound by Carter. For Orlando, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And the dunk by Wagner.
Wagner able to bounce to the rack and throw it down, and he'll do so just about any time he has the opportunity.
Here's Flag. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Marshall outside. Bane against Christie. And here's Flag outside. Knocks down the triple. 11 points in the game.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Carter finds Banchero. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Washington. Now here's Gafford. And here's Flag outside. Great D that time from Suggs. The Magic have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And the dunk by Wagner.
Really good quickness in transition that time from Wagner, using those long strides to cover ground quickly.
Dallas has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Gafford against Carter. Gafford passes to Christie. And here's Flag outside. Offensive board. Gafford with the bucket.
Gotta love that effort for the second chance point.
Orlando's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Carter, a screen on Christie. Here's Bain. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Bain's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Pass to Christie. Washington, a screen on Bain. Here's Christie. No good from outside.
I think everybody in the building expecting them to make that collective shot.
Outside Bain. This one for three. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
On the wing, Christie, guarded by Bain. Marshall with it. Right now, he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. And it's flag missing. And Carroll with it. Marshall's there. Carter. That's in. Coming off an assist from Ben Carroll. Ben Carroll's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Well, when you need a bucket late in games, Franz Wagner seems to be your guy, Clark.
Yeah, he's made a name for himself as a fourth quarter producer. I mean, time and time again, Wagner has made a big play at both ends of the floor to help his team late, and that's how you become a clutch performer.
And the 8th overall pick in 2021. Grant, what surprises you about Franz Wagner?
I don't think we knew he'd be this lethal off the dribble. His perimeter shooting has really been the lone hiccup.
Mind the lanes.
But once
Mind
he
the lane.
locks that in,
one shot.
Watch out.
Free throw good. Wagner.
No denying the future is certainly bright for Wagner. He's a superb scorer already who also is growing as a passer.
Washington outside. Pass to flag. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's flag. He's covered by Suggs. Washington outside. 6 on the shot clock. And here's flag outside.
Really good contest from Suggs right there. Nice job distracting the shooter.
To the middle. Here's Banchero. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Banchero's got 19 points.
They're really working the paint now.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And the Magic with possession. They're on a 16-5 run.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Dallas shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Marshall outside. Here's flag. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Flag's got 8 points here in the quarter. Orlando has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Bain. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Gafford's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's flag. Washington, a screen on Bain. Now Christie, beyond the arc. And it's Bain with the rebound. Bain's got 4 rebounds in the game.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
And a miss there on the triple. Dallas shooting only 36% so far in this game. Pass to flag. Washington outside. The 3 hits the trifecta. Washington's got 9 points.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Banchero outside. Now Wagner, guarded by Marshall. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
And they're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And he gets that one. 15 points in the game.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Ben Carroll against Washington. Ben Carroll passes to Suggs. Here's Bain. It's rebounded by Dallas. The Lakers will be traveling in to face them after this one. That'll be the second of a two-game stretch at home. Pass to Flag. There's the three. Rebounded by Suggs. Suggs has got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's Ben Carroll. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Washington's got 8 rebounds in the game. Marshall right side. Washington outside. There's a screen by Marshall. And it's Washington missing. Orlando has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Pass to Wagner. Now here's Bain. Guarded by Marshall. Bain with it. Marshall's there. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ben Carroll. And another miss by Orlando.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
Washington outside. Pass to Flag. Gafford with a screen on Bain. And it's Flag missing.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Washington against Bain. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Marshall.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Flag. 15 points in the game. Great D that time from Suggs.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time, son.
To the inside. Here's Carter on easy 2 on the layup. Carter's got 11 points.
When they get it to Carter Jr. down low, it's normally a fruitful trip.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Washington outside. And here's Christie. He has 6. Here's Flag. Over Suggs. And it's Flag missing. Ben Carroll outside. Back to Bain. From 11 feet away, and he hits the jumper. Bain's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
To the paint. Here's Flag. He's covered by Suggs.
And that one's good. Flag. And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
15 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Bain against Christie. Lays it up and banks it in. Bain's got 12 points now in the quarter.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tighten up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Desmond Bain getting it done for the Orlando Magic. He's been an offensive force, now with over 30 points after the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Thompson and Flagg fill out the wings. Marvin Bagley is out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Nembhard in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Hey, from a technical, mechanical standpoint, Klay Thompson has one of the purest jump shots you'll ever see.
Pass to De Silva. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, B.A., winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
Nice read by Thompson right there, you know, showing he's more than just a shooter with plays like this.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Orlando. Pass to De Silva, puts up a three. Second shot opportunity, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Take a
And
break.
the thing I've
Take a
seen
break.
that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
And he can't get the first one. Making a name for himself. Goga Bitadze. What do you like about him, Clark?
Well, you start with that wingspan and his basketball IQ. I mean, anytime he's near the rim, he's a problem at both ends. He's got a knack for scoring the ball in the paint. And again, you just can't overlook that size and length.
He hits the second from the line. The Mavericks shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Now Nembhard. Thompson outside. Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bitadze's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to De Silva. Orlando moving the ball around. And Bitadze gets it to go.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
So many great young players coming into this league, Clark. It puts pressure on those aging vets.
Yeah, the Hall of Famer Kevin McHale described it like this. He said, I see everything that I could do. I just can't do anything about it. That's a tough feeling. And I didn't have to actually experience that because I got injured early in my career and had to pack it up that way.
Now here's Carter. Back to Howard. Releases. Orlando gets it back. Now here's Bitadze. Pass to Howard. Launches a three. The shot comes out. Nembhard against Carter. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And that one's good. Middleton.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to De Silva. Wagner on the wing. And a dunk by Wagner.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Nembhard, the pass to Bagley. And here's Thompson. Back to Bagley. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
For Orlando, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Bitadze a screen on Nembhard. Outside Carter. Shoots over Nembhard. Carter can't get it to go.
Man, that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better. Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are two major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
Here's Carter. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago. To the middle. To the right side. Clock at 6. From the arc. Rebound by Middleton.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Batase. Batase's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Carter. And here's Batase. He's covered by Bagley. Lets it go from 11. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. And so Middleton will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. And they pick up 2. Middleton's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
Carter, the pass to Batase. Howard with the ball. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3. Howard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Bagley. Middleton from the outside. Nope, 4 for 7 now. Down low. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
First personal foul. Second team
All
foul.
right, so let's say we give you a carte blanche, Clark. Make you Adam Silver for a day. What's one game rule you change?
You know, I kind of like what the WNBA does in regards to the reset timeout, BA. Allow you to advance the ball without huddling up like a normal timeout. And I really think it helps the end of the game move a little better.
And that one misses. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
Now here's Wagner. Here's Flagg. Pass to Gafford. Outside Christie. Washington a screen from outside the arc. Rebound by the Magic. And here's Carter. Here's Howard. Guarded by Marshall. Now Howard. Wagner outside. And the dunk by Wagner.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Gafford finds Washington. Again, the miss by Dallas. Orlando has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Outside Carter. Pass to Howard. Here's Wagner. Uses the glass on the layup. Wagner's got 6 points in the quarter.
Going to have to bring more than that to slow Wagner.
Here's Flagg. Washington outside. There's a screen. To the wing on the left. Here's Flagg. Back to Washington. 5 to shoot. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. Pass to Wagner. Outside Carter. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
Two open that time. Made it look easy. Flag's got 23.
He's caught fire from beyond the arc here, and he's really got it going in the second half.
Wagner with a screen. Carter, the pass to Wagner. Back to Carter. Pass to Howard. Here's the three. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 11. Marshall outside. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Here's Flag. Good on the 13-footer. He's got 25.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Magic. Pass to De Silva. Back to Carter. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Marshall. And here's Flag outside. It's hauled in by the Magic. Now here's Carter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Magic.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. I wish they could have seen more of these guys.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Desmond Bane.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Here's Christie. And a missed layup. Orlando with the ball. Pass to De Silva. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. And Wagner gets it to go.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And let's reveal our player of the game, Desmond Bane.